Have you ever felt like everything starts to go wrong just when you decide to change your financial life? As if the universe, instead of opening doors, started locking them all at the same time. As if, the moment you choose to trust the law of attraction, repeat your affirmations of prosperity, vibrate in gratitude, suddenly the unexpected happens. A late bill appears out of nowhere. A client gives up. The money disappears without explanation. And you ask yourself, why now? Just now that I'm aligning myself with abundance. Well, I tell you, this is not punishment, that's a sign. Yes, it may seem contradictory, but often the universe tests us just before blessing us. There is an energetic frequency so powerful that it activates the moment you clearly decide to change your financial reality. And by emitting this new vibration, you begin to attract not only results, but also adjustments. And these adjustments often come disguised as trials. The universe, God, the source, whatever you prefer to call it, is not against you. Quite the opposite. When you declare, I am prosperous, I am a money magnet, I am ready for a new financial reality, this vibration echoes in the quantum field. And when echoing, it needs to disintegrate everything that is not aligned with this new version of you. The situations that arise shortly after your decision are often vibrational residues, old beliefs, energetic bonds with scarcity that are still present in your subconscious mind. The universe does not punish you. It cleans you. He prepares you. It tunes you to what you are saying you want to receive. But for those who are experiencing this firsthand, it seems exactly the opposite, and that's where many give up. This is the exact moment when most people say, this doesn't work, and they repeat the old stories again. Life is hard. Nothing works for me. Money is difficult. You have to work hard to have something. And by repeating this, they return to vibrating scarcity, returning to the vibrational zone they wanted to leave, and losing the opportunity to cross the portal that was already opening. But you are here, and if you are here, it is because at some deep level of your consciousness, you know this is more than coincidence. You feel like there is a purpose behind every obstacle. You feel like you are being tested, not to fail, but to strengthen your faith, to prove, especially to yourself, that you are capable of sustaining a high vibration, even when everything around seems to pull you down, because it is exactly in these moments that the universe observes. Are you only grateful when you are receiving? Or are you grateful because you know you've already received it, even if it's not visible yet? Do you only keep your frequency high when everything is flowing? Or can you keep your energy field clean even in the midst of the storm? These questions are not meant to confront you. They are to wake you up. Because what you want, prosperity, continuous financial flow, unexpected abundance, already exists. It is now available. It is already vibrating at a specific frequency, and this frequency cannot be achieved just with nice words or sporadic views. It is achieved with constancy, with vibrational faith, with presence even in the shadows. And this is where your true manifestation begins, when you understand that tests are not obstacles, but portals, that challenges are not signs of failure, but of transition, and that you are not being ignored by the universe, you are being in tune with it. Now that you realize this, we can go deeper, because what comes next is the understanding that separates those who just desire from those who truly manifest. And I want you to stay with me until the end, because this key will turn, and once you turn, there's no turning back. Now that you understand that the tests of the universe are not punishments, but invitations to evolve vibrationally, the time has come to anchor this truth in your energetic field. You are not someone trying to manifest abundance. You are already abundance in the form of consciousness. And to consolidate this frequency within you, let's do something very simple, but incredibly powerful. Declare it to the universe right now. Write in the comments, I am prosperous. This statement is not just a positive phrase. It is a vibrational code, a direct command to your subconscious, a clear sign that you are assuming your prosperous identity, even if the eyes don't see it yet. Remember, the universe responds to your vibration, not your vision. And since you've come this far, absorbing a profound truth that few people truly understand, I need to remind you of something. This content you are receiving now can completely change your financial reality. But the universe only continues to deliver more to those who demonstrate readiness. That's why, click like now and subscribe to the channel. This is your way of saying to the universe, I receive, I remain, I want more. You didn't come here by chance, you are being guided, and everything that will be revealed below is only available to those who choose to continue. Don't lose frequency, you are exactly where you should be. Have you ever noticed how, right after declaring to the universe that you are ready for a new life, more abundant, more prosperous, more aligned with the flow of wealth, certain uncomfortable situations seem to appear out of nowhere? It could be an unexpected financial problem, a loss, a delay, a difficult conversation. For many, this is a sign that something has gone wrong. But for those who understand universal laws, this is exactly the opposite. It's a sign that something very right is happening. What you need to deeply understand is that before the blessing comes vibrational purification. The universe does not send you what you want. It sends you what you are ready to sustain energetically. And when you firmly decide to change your financial reality, a silent movement begins behind the scenes in the quantum field. This movement is what we call energetic alignment. For a new frequency to be installed, the old one needs to be disintegrated, and this disintegration is almost always accompanied by friction, discomfort, and resistance. Why? Because your energy field is unlearning an identity that for years was fed with beliefs of scarcity, fear, guilt when receiving, limitations learned about money, about success, about worthiness. Imagine a glass full of cloudy water. If you want to fill it with clean water, what do you need to do? First empty, then rinse, and only then allow the new. The same goes for your vibration. When you begin to affirm daily, I am prosperous, money finds me easily, I deserve to be rich, the universe responds by saying, yes, you deserve it. But first, let's clear out what is blocking this new reality. This cleaning is what many people interpret as things going wrong, but in fact, it's the old one being dismantled. These are dense frequencies coming to the surface to be seen, recognized, and transmuted. Sometimes this process manifests as an external challenge, other times like an internal restlessness, but the principle is the same. The universe is tuning you to what you said you want. And here's the crux. The test is not about what you are experiencing. It's about how you're vibrating while you're living it. You may be going through a difficult time financially, but if your vibrational field is anchored in trust, in faith, in the certainty that this is part of the path, then you are ready to sustain the blessing, because you will no longer be someone who only vibrates high when everything is going well. You will be someone who vibrates high because you know everything is aligning, even if it seems otherwise. This is where you begin to access one of the most sacred codes of the law of attraction. Manifestation doesn't come when you prove you deserve it. It comes when you prove you're ready to receive, even without external guarantees. And the only way to prove this to the universe is through the vibration you hold during the invisible test. These tests are silent, almost subtle. Nobody sees. Sometimes you don't even realize it, but your field feels it. He senses when you choose to react with fear or with confidence. He feels when you repeat limiting phrases or when you choose to be grateful, even with your bank balance in the red. He feels when you doubt and when you believe. And that choice repeated daily is what takes you to the next level. Many people give up here, just when they are closest to the turning point. They confuse cleaning with rejection. They think they are not heard, they are not seen, that the law of attraction does not work. But you who are here now, listening to this, feeling this, need to know the universe always responds. Always. What happens is that sometimes he responds first with cleaning, and only then with the blessing. So, when everything seems confusing, stuck or challenging, ask yourself, am I being prepared? And the answer will almost always be Sim, because no expansion happens without transition. No new cycle begins without the end of the previous one, and no blessing arrives without your frequency being ready to support it. So welcome the tests with presence. They are not the end, they are the means. And the more you understand this, the faster you cross. Because true financial manifestation doesn't happen when the money arrives. It happens when your energy changes before he arrives. And that's exactly what you're doing here, now. In the comments below, write this sentence with presence and intention. I accept the tests of the universe as part of my alignment with prosperity. Let this statement be recorded in the field. Show that you understand the game, and get ready, because the next step will reveal how discomfort transforms into the greatest vibrational force of manifestation you have ever accessed. Let's go together. Have you ever noticed how the moments of greatest discomfort in your financial journey often come right after a powerful decision to change? As if, the moment you choose to align yourself with prosperity, the universe places an invisible weight upon you that tests your emotional stability, your clarity of intention, and above all, your vibrational faith. This is when most people think something is wrong, but what few know, and those who know transform their lives, is that the resistance you feel is not a sign of rejection, it is a sign of expansion. You need to understand something very important. Resistance does not come to punish you. She comes to prepare your energy field to support what you say you want to receive. When you state, "I am ready for a new financial reality," this statement activates an internal process of vibrational reorganization, and this process, like any expansion, generates discomfort. Imagine a balloon that needs to be inflated. At first it is rigid, small with its structure still attached to its old format. But as the air comes in, it begins to give way, to stretch, to make room for something bigger. The balloon feels resistance. It needs to adapt to a new dimension, and the same goes for you. When the energy of abundance begins to flow into your life, your old vibration needs to give way, and giving up space is not always comfortable. Resistance is the sign that you are moving out of the zone of vibrational familiarity. Discomfort is the energetic sensation of an internal system adjusting to a new configuration, and this process can manifest itself in many ways. Doubts that appear out of nowhere, negative thoughts that you thought you had already overcome, external situations that test your balance, people who criticize you, delays, blockages, anxiety. This is all part of the expansion package. But here's the secret. None of this is taking you away from what you want. It is strengthening you to receive. The universe does not deliver prosperity to those who just want it. He delivers to those who vibrate with consistency, for those who can keep their energy field stable, even when everything around them seems to say otherwise. It's easy to maintain a high vibration when everything is flowing. The challenge, and also the biggest point of growth, is maintaining this vibration when reality has not yet changed. And why is this so important? Because what you are experiencing now is an energetic training. The universe is calibrating your frequency so that when the money arrives, and it will arrive, you can support it with lightness, wisdom, and confidence. There is no point in attracting $10,000 or $100,000 if you still vibrate scarcity, fear, despair. Because in this case, the money comes, but it leaves at the same speed. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you're in vibrational resonance with. So, yes, resistance is uncomfortable. She confuses. She looks like a block, but in fact it is an invitation for you to expand beyond your old identity, an invitation for you to consciously choose which frequency you want to sustain in the face of chaos. It is in these moments that you become the true creator of your reality, because you begin to vibrate not reactively, but intentionally. And the more you sustain this frequency, even in resistance, the more you show the universe, "I'm ready, I trust, I continue, even without seeing." This is the language that the universe understands. This is the frequency that anticipates miracles. This is the energy that transforms discomfort into quantum collapse. Resistance only exists because expansion has already begun. You are only uncomfortable because something bigger is being prepared to enter, and the only thing you need to do is keep going. Feel, welcome, be grateful, and continue. So now, with this clearer, firmer, more vibrant awareness, I want you to write in the comments to anchor this frequency with intention. "I understand that resistance is the sign of my expansion." This sentence, when written with presence, reverberates in your field. It reprograms your subconscious. It sends the message to the universe that you will not back down any longer. Because now you know discomfort is not the end. It's the bridge. And on the other side of that bridge, there is a level of abundance that you have never experienced before. But that is already on its way. Let's cross together. The best is yet to come. Now that you understand that resistance is a natural stage of expansion, it's time to talk about the invisible force that sustains all true manifestation, the vibrational faith. But we are not talking about faith in the religious or passive sense, but about faith as active frequency, like an energetic state that keeps your field aligned even when everything around you still looks the same. Most people want to see it to believe it. They say, "When the money appears, I will trust." When the paycheck drops, I'll appreciate it. When I close that sale, I believe I am prosperous. But this logic is completely reversed within the energetic structure of manifestation, because in the quantum field, it is not seeing that creates believing. It is believing that creates seeing. Everything you want already exists in the field of infinite possibilities. There is a timeline, a parallel reality, where you are already financially free, where money arrives lightly, where opportunities arise fluidly. This reality is vibrating at a specific frequency, and to access it, you need to maintain alignment with this frequency, even when the results have not yet manifested on the physical plane. This is where the power of financial faith comes in. It's when you maintain the vibration of confidence, certainty, and abundance, even when your bank account doesn't yet show the amount you visualized, even when sales are low, even when the bills are expiring. Because true faith does not depend on evidence. She is the seed that plants the evidence. It is the vibrational code that supports the manifestation in the invisible time. And why is this so important in the process of attracting money with the law of attraction? Because manifestation is essentially a vibrational game. The universe does not respond to your desire. He responds to frequency that you emit consistently. You can desire wealth all day long, but if you vibrate fear, doubt, anxiety, and frustration, you are connecting to timelines that only reflect more scarcity. Faith is what keeps your frequency high as the field reorganizes, because there is a time between the request and the materialization. And in that time, the universe is reallocating resources, moving people, opening paths that you can't even imagine yet. And if you break your vibration in the meantime, out of impatience or out of disbelief, you interrupt the flow. You close the field before the download finishes. It's like taking a cake out of the oven 5 minutes early. It was baking, it was almost ready, but you didn't have faith in the process. Financial faith is what differentiates those who dream from those who manifest. It's what separates I want from I have, because those who have faith already vibrate as if they had it. You already feel gratitude as if you were living. Now visualize as someone who remembers and not as someone who invents. And this energy creates a solid bridge between you and the financial reality you want to live. Many people confuse faith with illusion. They think it is naive to believe in the invisible. But the invisible is exactly where everything comes from. The cell phone you use, the house you live in, the clothes you wear. All of this was one day just an idea, an intention, a mental image. The invisible is the womb of reality, and faith is the umbilical cord that connects you to the birth of your manifestation. And yes, there will be days when your mind screams, "This isn't working." There will be moments when everything seems to stand still, but in these moments, you can breathe, come back to center and declare, "I trust." Even without seeing it, I know it's already done. The money is already coming. Prosperity is already flowing. Everything is moving in my favor. And in doing so, you realign your field. You clear the interference. You reaffirm your vibrational signature. And more than that, you demonstrate spiritual maturity. Because faith is an act of energetic leadership. It's you telling the universe, "I don't need external signals to maintain my frequency. I am the signal. I am the source. I am the field that attracts abundance." You begin to walk with confidence. Talk about prosperity with security. You stop asking and start commanding, because you understood that the field responds to your certainty, not to your lack. And when you reach this level of coherence, money starts to arrive in unexpected ways. The stream opens, the doors unlock, and everything that seemed distant suddenly becomes inevitable. Therefore, do not question the time of the universe. Question your vibrational constancy. Ask yourself, am I vibrating like someone who has already received, or like someone who still doubts? Because that answer is the key, and your honesty with yourself will determine the speed of your manifestation. To lock in this energy now, write in the comments with presence and intention, "My faith sustains. My abundance, even without evidence." This phrase is a commitment to your new frequency. It is a vibrational decree, a reminder that right now, as you breathe, the universe is working in your favor. Trust. You are already closer than you think. And in the next step, we'll dive into how to use gratitude as leverage to speed up this process even further. Get ready. Your frequency is only going up. Now that you have activated one of the most powerful frequencies in the universe, vibrational faith, you need to understand the rarity of this moment. Most people never make it this far. They give up before materialization. They break their vibration before the quantum field completes alignment. But you are here, and that means you are ready to truly receive. The content you are receiving in this video is not common. This is not entertainment. It's a high-frequency energy training created to transform not only what you think, but mainly how you vibrate. These are codes that are not available anywhere, and they only continue to flow for those who decide to stay in the flow. That's why click like right now and subscribe to the channel. Not to please an algorithm, but to declare to the universe that you are committed to your abundance, that you are not here out of curiosity. You are here for transformation. These videos are not just videos, these are activations. They are reminders of your true identity, a magnetic, deserving, prosperous being, ready to receive the best that life can offer. The universe does not deliver more to those who want more. He delivers to those who become more. And you just took another step in that direction. Stay here. Stay in the field. You're accessing something big. And what comes after that changes everything. You already understand that faith is the frequency that sustains the quantum field, that maintaining alignment, even without evidence, is what separates those who just want it from those who truly manifest it. But there is an even more powerful, more activating, more transformative element, and one that is often neglected in the moments when it should be used most: gratitude. Not the superficial, mechanical gratitude that is only said when something good happens, but the conscious, vibrational, courageous gratitude that is expressed during testing, the gratitude you activate when everything seems to fall apart. This, indeed, is the key that unlocks the portals of true abundance, because here is a truth that needs to be felt in the heart. Whoever gives thanks in the valley expresses it at the top. Whoever learns to maintain a vibration of recognition, even in the midst of chaos, is saying to the universe, I already understand. I am no longer a victim of circumstances. I am co-creator of my reality. Even without seeing, I already receive. Even in the midst of emptiness, I celebrate the harvest that is on its way. This attitude, this energetic posture, this vibrational choice generates a quantum leap. Why? Because gratitude is one of the highest frequency feelings there is. It vibrates in the same range of unconditional love, full trust, absolute certainty. And when you sincerely emit this frequency, you collapse reality around you. You break patterns of scarcity, dissolve energetic blockages, reprogram the subconscious, and even signal to the field, I'm ready. Now think about it. How many times have you asked yourself why the money doesn't flow, despite doing affirmations, visualizations, and mentalizations? Maybe it's because in moments of trial your vibration dropped. You let fear take the place of faith. You let complaints take the place of gratitude. And this small energy diversion is enough to postpone or even block the manifestation that was already on its way. Gratitude, especially when activated in times of scarcity, it is a declaration of vibrational identity. She says, I am abundant, even before I receive. Even if my bank account says otherwise, I am grateful, because I know everything is being reconfigured in my favor. And the universe, which responds to vibrational coherence, understands this signal as a clear command. Deliver now. But it's not just about saying thank you with your lips. It's about feeling thank you with your heart. It's about finding real reasons, however small, to be grateful. The simple fact of having a bed, food, some water, a deep breath. These are all vibrational anchors, energetic bridges that reconnect you with the flow of prosperity. And the more you practice this conscious gratitude, the more your field begins to open. Opportunities that were stuck begin to move. People appear. Invitations appear. Forgotten payments arrive. The unexpected begins to become routine because you stopped reacting to scarcity and started responding with abundance. You've started acting like someone who already has, even before you have. There is a deep intelligence behind the tests that the universe sends us, and most of them are not to bring us down. It's to see if you already vibrate as someone who can support what you are asking for. And the great final test almost always presents itself like this. You are in a moment of pressure, of challenge, of discomfort, and at that exact moment, the universe observes, will he complain or will he be grateful? And that's where many fail, not because they are weak, but because they have not yet understood that the field does not respond to words, but to frequency. Therefore, whoever learns to vibrate gratitude even in the desert accesses a key that few access. And this key opens doors that cannot be opened with logic, nor with effort, nor with external formulas. Because gratitude is a password, a code, a password that says, I already am, I already have, I already trust. And when this password is entered with true emotion, with presence, with dedication, the universe responds, always responds. Sometimes not as expected, but always with precision. And you are now learning that everything that seemed like an obstacle was actually preparation, and that each challenge faced with gratitude becomes an energetic springboard, a vibrational thruster, a silent but extremely powerful lift. So now I want you to declare this truth on the field, because when you write, you anchor, you activate, you issue. So go to the comments and write with full awareness. I'm grateful even at the auditions because I know I'm being prepared for something bigger. Let this phrase be your frequency from now on, because when you give thanks even before receiving, you prove to the universe that you are ready, and the universe never fails to deliver to those who are ready to provide. Let's continue. There is still much more abundance waiting for you. Let me tell you a story that mirrors exactly what we've been talking about, one that carries the energy of every lesson we've just uncovered, about resistance, tests, faith, gratitude, and the hidden path to abundance. It's the story of someone like you, someone who dared to believe there was more. Her name is Amanda, and she lives in a small town just outside of Austin, Texas. Amanda had always worked hard. She wasn't lazy, unmotivated, or lost. In fact, she did everything right according to what society says is the path to success. College degree, corporate job, long hours, responsible with money. But even with all her effort, the numbers never added up. Her paycheck barely covered the basics, and every time she felt she was getting ahead, a new bill, an emergency, or an unexpected expense knocked her right back down. She discovered the law of attraction through a friend. At first, she was skeptical. She thought it sounded too good to be true, but something inside her, a whisper, a pull, a deep knowing, told her to lean in. So she began, small at first. Gratitude lists, positive affirmations. She wrote, I am financially free, in her journal every day. She visualized checks arriving. She placed sticky notes with the words, money flows easily to me around her home. She started meditating and repeating mantras like, I am a magnet for prosperity. And something did shift, but not the way she expected. Within just 3 weeks of beginning this practice, Amanda was let go from her job. No warning, no backup plan, just an abrupt meeting with HR and a handshake. It was a shock to her system. The old version of Amanda would have panicked. She would have spiraled into fear, resentment, and anxiety. But something was different this time. Something in her remembered the teachings. Something in her whispered, this is not rejection, this is redirection. She sat in her car after that meeting, closed her eyes, and said out loud, thank you, universe. I don't understand this now, but I trust that this is part of my expansion. Over the next few days, she doubled down on her vibration. She treated every morning as sacred. She got up early, put her hand over her heart and repeated, I am supported, I am abundant, I am ready. She chose to see this loss not as the end, but as a doorway. And then, things started to unfold. One evening, while journaling at her favorite cafe, she ran into an old acquaintance, someone she had helped years ago with a community project. They got to talking, and when she mentioned she was in transition, he said something unexpected. You know, I've been looking for someone to help with our brand strategy for this new online business I'm launching. You'd be perfect for it. That conversation led to a project. That project led to a referral. That referral led to a client base. And within 6 months, Amanda was making 3 times what she used to earn. But now, working from home on her own terms, doing something she actually loved. But here's the real breakthrough. Amanda didn't just receive more money. She became a new person. She realized that the universe had never been against her. It had been listening. All along, it was waiting for her to elevate her frequency enough to match the abundance that was already prepared for her. Her story is proof that the test before the blessing is not a myth, it's real. And those who pass through it with faith, with gratitude, and with a consistent vibration of alignment, they don't just attract more, they become more. So now I want you to reflect. Where are you in this journey? Are you in the middle of the discomfort? Are you facing the unknown? Are you feeling like everything is shaking right after deciding to rise? Good. That means the shift has already begun. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not being delayed. You are being aligned. And just like Amanda, the moment you choose to trust the process, embody the frequency, and keep your heart open in gratitude, you unlock doors that logic cannot explain. Let this story be your mirror. Let it awaken something inside you, something deeper than just wanting money. Let it remind you of who you really are, a conscious creator, a magnetic being, a vessel of divine prosperity ready to overflow. Right now, write this phrase in the comments and claim your new reality. I trust the process. I am being prepared for greater financial abundance. Say it, type it, feel it. This is your energetic signature now. And just like Amanda, you'll look back at this moment and realize everything was happening for you, always. There's a crucial point in every journey of manifestation that silently separates those who rise from those who repeat. It's the moment that comes right after a decision to change, right after you choose to align with financial freedom, to vibrate in abundance, to declare to the universe, I'm ready to receive. It's the moment when everything still looks the same, or worse, when everything looks like it's falling apart. And in that moment, an invisible trap appears. It's subtle, quiet, but extremely powerful. It's called the frequency of scarcity. Most people fall into it without even realizing. Not because they are weak, but because they were never taught that what you think when things don't go your way matters more than what you think when everything is flowing. You see, it's easy to feel aligned when the money arrives, when the client says yes, when the bank account grows. But real vibrational mastery is measured by how you respond when things feel delayed, because your response in that moment either holds your frequency or collapses it. And the most common collapse happens in the form of two silent but dangerous thoughts. This isn't working. The universe forgot about me. These thoughts may seem small, innocent even, but energetically, they are powerful disruptors. The moment you allow yourself to believe that the law of attraction isn't working, you're not just expressing doubt, you're shifting your frequency. And frequency is everything. What you vibrate, you invite. What you embody, you receive. So when you begin to entertain the idea that your manifestation has failed, that you're alone, that you're not supported, you begin to vibrate in opposition to the very reality you desire. Let's be clear, the universe never forgets. The quantum field doesn't abandon. Energy doesn't lie. It simply matches. What most people call a delay is actually a recalibration. It's the timeline realigning. It's the old reality dissolving. It's the subconscious layers of scarcity rising to be cleared. But if you interpret this sacred moment as a sign of failure, and you begin to react with fear, anger, or frustration, you literally pull yourself out of alignment with the version of you who already has everything you're asking for. Let's take this deeper. Every thought carries a signature. Every emotion is a frequency. And when you say to yourself, maybe this doesn't work, or I'm probably not meant to be wealthy, what you're actually doing is sending a vibrational command to the field. Hold the manifestation. I'm not aligned anymore. It doesn't matter how many affirmations you say, how many vision boards you create, or how many hours you meditate, if deep down your core vibration is one of doubt, impatience, or resentment. Because the universe doesn't respond to your desires, it responds to your dominant vibration, and in moments of pressure, that vibration becomes crystal clear. So how do you stay out of the scarcity trap? You become radically aware of your thoughts in moments of silence, discomfort, or delay. You learn to interrupt patterns like, nothing ever works out for me, and replace them with, everything is realigning for my highest abundance. You shift from frustration to fascination. You move from fear to curiosity. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start affirming, this is happening for me. You create micro-rituals of vibrational stability. You write gratitude lists when nothing seems to be working. You speak prosperity affirmations when the numbers don't make sense. You visualize money flowing to you when your bank account looks like a desert, because these moments are not fake. They are training. They are opportunities for you to lock in the frequency of the version of you that already has what you want. And here's the deepest truth. The test isn't about your external reality. It's about whether or not you will let your external reality dictate your internal vibration. Because abundance is a frequency, not a result. It's not what happens after the money comes. It's what you choose to embody before the money arrives. And when you master that, you collapse timelines. You collapse resistance. You move from hoping to knowing, from chasing to attracting. You shift from scarcity to sovereignty. And in that moment, the universe has no choice but to respond, because your field is clear, your command is coherent, your vibration is undeniable, and the floodgates of prosperity open not because you forced them, but because you matched them. Now let's anchor this awareness into your field. Go to the comments and write this phrase with conviction. I reject scarcity. I choose to stay aligned with abundance, no matter what. Let this be your energetic signature. Let it echo through the field. Let it remind the universe and yourself that you are no longer available for lack, doubt, or delay. You are aligned. You are ready. You are becoming the magnet that prosperity cannot ignore. Stay here. There's more power waiting just ahead. Now that you've broken free from the most dangerous trap in the manifestation journey, the frequency of scarcity, it's time to make a decision that most people never make, to stay aligned no matter what. What you've just accessed is not ordinary content. This is a vibrational transmission, a shift in consciousness, a direct activation of your financial field. Most people don't reach this level of awareness. Most people never get to hear this kind of truth, but you did. And because of that, you are no longer the same. This content is a key that unlocks energetic doors most are still trying to find. That's why it's not meant for everyone. It's meant for those who are truly ready to create, receive, and expand. And you've proven that you are. So now show the universe that you're serious about staying in this frequency. Click the like button right now to anchor this vibration into your field. Subscribe to the channel to declare that this level of alignment is your new normal. Don't leave this space without claiming it. Don't walk away from the energy that's finally moving everything in your favor. Every video you watch here is not just a message, it's a manifestation portal. And the next one is already preparing to meet you where you are now. Stronger, clearer, and fully aligned. Stay in the field. Stay in the flow. You were guided here for a reason, and you'll understand that even more in the next step. Close your eyes now. Seriously, pause everything around you, just for a moment. Take a breath in, slowly, deeply, and exhale. Again, inhale abundance, exhale resistance. Let this moment become a sacred space, a container of power, because right here, right now, we're going to do something that most people never give themselves permission to do. We're going to visit the version of you who already made it. You've walked through the fire. You've passed through the test. You've held your frequency during storms that would have broken the old you. And now it's time to activate the vision, not as a hope, but as a remembrance. Because your future is not something far away. It's a frequency already vibrating within your field. All we're doing now is giving it form, giving it clarity, giving it breath. So take a breath again. Feel the air entering your body like energy, like life force, like light. Now imagine you're standing at the threshold of a new timeline. You can feel something is different, lighter, brighter, more spacious. The heaviness is gone. The waiting is over. The fog has cleared, and in front of you is the version of you who already crossed. You look around. You're in your favorite space. Maybe it's your dream home. Maybe it's a peaceful nature setting. Maybe it's an elegant office where money flows in with ease. Wherever you are, feel it. Feel the environment, the texture of abundance, the sound of prosperity, the silence of certainty. Everything around you reflects your new vibration. Now, take a moment and look at your bank account. It's full, it's growing. Not because you hustled harder, but because you aligned deeper. You see unexpected deposits, clients paid in full, passive income flowing in. You're no longer chasing, you're attracting. Feel what that feels like in your body. Feel the sense of finally, not from desperation, but from arrival. Your nervous system is calm, your breath is steady. You no longer wake up worried, you wake up in overflow. You've moved from survival into sovereignty. Now bring your attention to your heart. You feel proud, not because things look good, but because you stayed. You didn't give up. You didn't collapse when it was hard. You didn't abandon your vibration. And now, it's all here. And it's not overwhelming, it's not shocking, it feels natural. Of course it came, of course it arrived, because you matched it, you became it. You look back now at the hardest moment, the breakdown, the test, the void, and you smile. Because now you understand it wasn't a punishment, it was an initiation. You had to release the version of you that couldn't hold this level of abundance. And now that you did, everything is different. Take another deep breath and feel your entire being vibrating with that reality, not as fantasy, not as wishful thinking, as truth. Your frequency is expanding, your field is opening, your quantum command has been received. Now let it sink in. Stay here for a few more seconds. Let the vibration of this version of you imprint itself into your cells, your subconscious, your timeline. Let it become your new normal. Let your nervous system calibrate to ease, certainty, flow, prosperity, confidence. And now, when you're ready, come back, open your eyes, but bring that frequency with you. Don't leave it in the vision. Live it, speak from it, walk from it, choose from it, because the truth is, the moment you saw it, it became real. The moment you felt it, it became alive. And the moment you embodied it, it became inevitable. Now go to the comments and write this phrase as a declaration of arrival. I have crossed the threshold. Abundance is now my reality. Type it, anchor it, own it. This is not just a sentence, it's a quantum imprint. It's you confirming to the field that you are no longer available for delay, for lack, for limitation. You are now the embodiment of your next level. The portal has opened, and you walked through. Let's keep going. You've never been closer to everything you asked for. Now that you've crossed the threshold in your mind, in your heart, and in your energy, there is one more step, one that seals your transformation in the quantum field, one that doesn't depend on what's happening outside, but solely on the frequency you now choose to speak from. That step is a declaration of faith, a sacred alignment between your soul and the abundance already prepared for you by the divine. Faith is not just believing something will happen someday. Faith is the unwavering frequency of it is already done. It's the bold, unshakable vibration of someone who no longer begs the universe, but commands with reverence, because they know who they are, they know what they carry, and they know that divine intelligence, source, the universe, God, never denies what aligns with purpose. You're not here by accident. You're not listening to this by coincidence. You've been guided step by step to remember that your financial breakthrough isn't outside of you. It's within. It's not in the job, the market, or the economy. It's in your identity, in your vibration, in the truth you're willing to declare, even before you can see it. That's why today we don't ask, we don't hope, we don't try, we declare, because your words shape your field. Your voice activates your blueprint. Your vibration carves new realities into the quantum structure of your life. And when that vibration comes from faith rooted in divine alignment, the laws of energy respond instantly. So, wherever you are right now, pause for a moment, place your hand over your heart, feel the rhythm of your body, the warmth of your being, the electricity of your spirit, and now speak this declaration out loud, not from your mind, from your soul. Say it with power, say it with presence, say it until your entire being remembers the truth. Even without seeing, I trust. Even without touching, I receive. My abundance is guaranteed. Repeat it again. Even without seeing, I trust. Even without touching, I receive. My abundance is guaranteed. Let the words land. Let them echo through every layer of your consciousness. Let them replace every old belief that ever said you had to wait, to work harder, to prove your worth. That ends here, right now, because your declaration is your alignment. And when you vibrate in alignment, you collapse time. You rewrite timelines. You recalibrate your destiny to match your divine inheritance. And abundance, it no longer becomes a possibility. It becomes a certainty, not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped resisting what was always meant for you. Feel this truth now pulsing through you. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are guided. You are supported. You are in alignment with divine provision, with quantum overflow, with infinite supply. And the more you declare it, the more the field rearranges to reflect it. Now, one last time, speak it into the universe. Let your voice create a ripple across all dimensions. Even without seeing, I trust. Even without touching, I receive. My abundance is guaranteed. And if your heart is pounding right now, good. That's not fear. That's your spirit saying yes. That's your highest self stepping forward. That's your soul recognizing its truth. Now go to the comments and type this phrase as a signature of your new reality. I declare my abundance. I am in alignment with divine wealth. This is more than a sentence. It's a contract, a signal, a vibration, a mirror to the universe reflecting who you are now, not who you used to be. Let it land, let it integrate, let it lead you into the next level, because what comes next is not a continuation, it's a quantum leap. So here we are. You've arrived no longer as the person who started this video, but as someone who has been energetically recalibrated, shifted, remembered. You've walked through each layer of truth, not just intellectually, but vibrationally. You've connected with the field. You've spoken words of alignment. You've visualized the version of you that already lives inside a reality of financial freedom, ease, and abundance. You've faced your doubts, your resistance, and instead of collapsing, you stayed, you breathed, you chose again. You listened not with your ears, but with your soul. And now, standing here in this moment, more grounded, more expanded, more activated, you are ready to integrate the most important realization of all. The Mo. Universe never says no. It only says not yet, until you're ready. And being ready doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean having everything figured out. It doesn't mean knowing how the money will come, when the opportunity will show up, or where the blessing will appear. Being ready means being aligned, being open, being available. It means holding your vibration even when your bank account doesn't match your vision. It means choosing faith when fear knocks louder. It means thanking the storm because you know it's clearing the path for your son. Because here's the truth that most never hear or refuse to believe. The universe never denies you. It prepares you. Everything that felt like a delay was protection. Every challenge that made you question your path was expansion. Every moment you wanted to quit was actually the moment right before the shift. The money you've been asking for, it's already circulating, already on its way, already looking for the version of you who can hold it, respect it, and multiply it with ease. The opportunity you've been waiting for, it's already manifesting in the quantum, but it needed you to become the energetic match first. And now, you are. This is no longer about wishing. It's no longer about waiting. It's about being. You are now someone who understands that prosperity is not something you chase. It's something you allow. It's not something you earn. It's something you embody. It's not something external. It's something sacred and internal, flowing from you and returning to you in a perfect loop of giving and receiving. And you don't have to go back to who you were. You don't have to return to the old patterns, the fear-based thoughts, the lack identity. That version of you was useful, but it's complete. You've graduated, your energy has shifted. Now all that's left is to stay here, to protect this frequency, to keep choosing alignment again and again until it becomes who you are, not just what you practice. And for that, you're not alone, because the next step is already waiting. The next activation, the next code, the next unlock. In the next video, I'm going to show you a technique that most people don't even know exists. A powerful energetic tool designed specifically for crisis moments. Moments when your vibration dips, your mind floods with doubt, or your emotions feel overwhelming. It's a manifestation reset, a spiritual frequency booster that pulls you back into alignment within minutes. This is the advanced level. This is for those who want to manifest under pressure, who want to rise even when the ground shakes, who want to command abundance not just when it's easy, but when it matters most. So stay in the flow, keep your heart open, and meet me there. But before you go, breathe this in one last time. Let it become your anchor, your mantra, your foundation. The universe doesn't deny me, it prepares me. Now go to the comments and write this as your final imprint in this activation. I am prepared, I am ready, I am in alignment with divine abundance. Type it, declare it, anchor it, because this is not the end. It's a new beginning, and the next level is already waiting for you to step in. Let's go.